Hey guys, today I'm going to try to do a video showing you how I suggest using Chili Hunter to compile a database of sellers that we can use to then snipe the sellers and try to find a lot of good items. So I've had a lot of people ask, what's my method of using Chili Hunter? What's my method of sniping? So I'm going to show you this method, and it should help you start getting some good items that sell really well. So here you can see we're on the Chili Hunter, pretty much the home page once you sign in. First thing I want to go over is if you click on your profile, you can set your break-even point. If you're tax exempt, your break-even point should be 13%. If you're not tax exempt, it should be 18%. Okay, so set that first. It's going to impact all the profit statistics that you get. So you can see here like that this item would be worth $1.20. This sold for 4 times here. So he's sold for 4 times for $1.20. But if your break even was different, then this number would be different. So it's important to have that there to make sure that Chili is calculating the correct amount for the profit. So the first thing we're going to do for this method is we're going to click on this market research button here and navigate to that page. Then we're going to go to category. And so once we get to category, these are the filters that we're going to use. Well, actually, let me show you. First, we're going to pick the category we're going to actually use. So you can click on this button here. It's going to take you to all the eBay categories. And let's just start in home and garden first. So we'll just start in the first category of home and garden, which is baby. So we're going to get to this and right-click on baby gear, open in a new tab, and we want to take this link here. Take this link here, go back to Chili, and put it here. So now Chili is going to scan this baby gear category, and it's going to do like an analysis of the category, and it's going to show us the products that are selling. So now I suggest for the filters for the dollar amount to go $8 to $150, and then for feedback, let's go 15 is the minimum, and then 5,000. So that's going to be, we're only scanning sellers with feedback that have at least 15, but up to a maximum of 5,000. And then obviously the dollar amounts of the items that we want to have show up will be either 8 to 150. So now once we submit the scan, we just wait while the search starts. So this might take a while, so you just have to wait while it does the search. So once you finish the search, you should get to a page that looks like this. And these are just some statistics of this particular category. Remember, we were doing the baby gear category. So this is the baby gear category on eBay, and this is just showing you some of the effectiveness is how often the items are selling in this category. So usually I think over 3% is a really good category, but this is not horrible. So we might be able to find some items in this one. So what we're going to do is we're going to go down here and we're going to put these filters in. So we want to filter for Amazon only. We want to do a minimum profit of $1, and we want to have something that's sold at least once in the last 30 days. So when we apply this filter for this category, we only get one item, but you can see here that this item sold 5 times in the last 30 days and for $3.60 profit. So it's probably a pretty good item. So if you see this item on Amazon, you can click this link to see the item on Amazon. And if you see the item on Amazon here, you can see it's called like the Graco Pack and Play on the Go, Play Art Stratus, whatever. And this is like a kind of like a baby's playpen type of thing. And so this guy, he didn't really change the title that much. He just added this brand new to it, but we're going to take this seller here. We're going to look him up on eBay, and what we're going to do is we're going to copy his name. We're going to put it in the spreadsheet. So you want to get a spreadsheet ready, and you're going to make a column for seller name. You're going to go country, then we're going to go feedback. So we see a seller name is household goods for you. His country is USA, and his feedback is 4184. So we're going to input all this in here. So country, USA, feedback, 4184. So now we have one seller so far that we've gotten that, and we can tell he's successfully selling this product, so he might have other good items. So what we're going to end up doing is we're going to want to fill up this chart with a bunch of sellers doing this category analysis, And then once we have enough sellers in this chart, we're going to start spying on the sellers to see all the items they're selling. So let's continue and go to another category. So we'll go back to the market research and we'll go to the next category on eBay. So we started out with baby gear. Let's go baby safety and health. So we'll copy the link and we'll do the same thing again. So go back to the category part here, paste the link in. Remember, $8 to 150, and then 15 to 5,000, and then we'll submit the search again. And then you have to wait for the search to go through, which can sometimes be a while. So we'll wait for the search to go through. So once the search is finished, you'll see this page again, which should be familiar to you because we just saw it when we did the baby gear. Now we're in for the baby safety and health category. And remember, the other one was 1.88 effectiveness. This one actually is doing a little bit better, so it's a slightly better category. And so we're going to go down again to the filters. And remember, we want to do Amazon only, at least $1 profit, and 30 in one sale, at least one sale in the last 30 days. And so this time we get another item, only one item this time again. And it's this thing, some kind of, it looks like some kind of bed rail assistant. So let's go and look at well, we can see here it sold only one time in the last 30 days for a $4 profit. Let's go look at it on Amazon. So on Amazon, you can see this is the title, is Drive Medical Adjustable Height Home Bed Assist Handle. And if you see this guy, he actually made the title optimized. So if you look in the Amazon title, there's nothing about bedside helper. You can see here he used bedside helper, bed rail. There's nothing about bed rail. So he just took this Amazon title and added a lot of better keywords that will make it more successful if someone's searching for this product. So this item will probably sell pretty well, or at least better than this title. I think this title is a little bit better, which is one kind of like the theory of, if you're pricing an item higher than Amazon, he's selling it for, I think, $36.50. There's maybe if you have a better title, you're gonna have a better chance of beating this Amazon listing because you're gonna get more. You might get more eyeballs on this because the title's a little bit better. So that said, let's go ahead and add this seller to our database. So remember, open him up in a new link. We're gonna take his seller name off of eBay here, and then also maybe pay attention to the country, Philippines, and his feedback was 2181. So we're gonna go ahead and put him in our spreadsheet now. This is our second seller. Country, Philippines. I think I said it was 2181, right? Right, so now we have two sellers in our database. So now that we have those two sellers, what I would suggest doing is trying to get a lot of sellers in here, maybe 10, 15, before you go to this next step. But for the purpose of this video, I don't have to make you guys watch me add more and more sellers to the database. So we're just going to go ahead and I'm going to take you to the next step now. So the next thing you should do once you have these sellers in your database is we're going to go to market research. And then we're going to use the spy feature. So we take the first guy, this household goods, and we're going to copy his name and we're going to paste him here. And then we're going to submit. And what this is going to do is this is going to bring up all the items he's listed and sold in the last however much time really, but we're going to filter it out. So we can see here again, we're going to go Amazon ASIN on $1 profit minimum and at least one sale in the last 30 days. We can see here that he looks like there has 4 other items that he's sold under these categories. So here you can see this one he sold it 5 times in the last 40 days for $4.07 profit. This one he sold once for $7 one time. He sold this one twice for $1.70. He sold this one once. So what you want to do is you want to, well, I think the good thing is now we found from this guy 5 good items, but you do want to make sure that the title is matching the description of the product. So sometimes you'll see some guys make their titles bad. So this is looks like some kind of archery target, but sometimes someone might call this something wrong, or the pictures might not match up. So you just want to double check. If you want to go even one step further, you can click on the Amazon link and make sure. So we want to make sure that this is actually an 18-inch archery target. If we go here, we can see it is an archery target, and I don't know if where it says 18-inch. So you might want to take an extra step down and see if you can find out. See, so this guy's saying it's 18 by 18. So it is an 18-inch archery target. We know that it's the title is accurate. So we're going to go ahead and take that one. You want then maybe look at the next one and see it says 42-inch. looks like it's a fan, so that seems fine. And so, just go through and we're going to export all these by clicking that blue button that you just saw. That blue button is going to move all these items into another folder. That's called this export folder. And we'll get to that in a second, but that's going to be the place where we can actually look at these items one more time and then send them over to SalesFreak. So we did this guy. We want to make another column here to say like items sniped and date spied. So we saw, remember we had 4 items from that guy, so we're going to click 4, we're going to put in 4, and then date, today's the 19th, so we'll go October 19th. So now let's go to the next guy. We're going to copy his name, do the exact same thing for him. We're going to put him in here, submit, run the spy. And here we're going to do the same thing, put the filters in, Amazon only, remember, at least $1 profit, and at least 1 sale in the last 30 days. And so, wow, we can see this guy actually has a lot of items. So this is almost like hitting the jackpot, see? This guy has a ton of items. So what you want to do, again, is make sure you're double checking the titles and the description. So this, for example, this one, it says it's 60 soft gels of whatever this pill is, lemon lime flavor. And so you want to make sure, so you can see on this picture, it says 60 soft gels, so it looks like it's good. And then you can see here that, like, it's this EPA DHA 720. He's not really, okay, here, it's EPA DHA 720. So the reason you want to be really careful about this is, for example, some sellers will make these titles bad and they'll say it's like 180 soft gels when it's really only 60. So then the buyer's going to be really pissed off when they get an item and they thought they bought 180 and they only get 60. They're going to ask for returns. They're going to ask you for a partial refund. It's going to be a big headache. So you want to make sure you're double checking these, and you actually will find quite a few that have errors. So you just want to be real careful about that. See, this one says 5 steps. See, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So this guy looks like he's doing a good job. And then let's go and look at his Amazon title for this one. So Best Pet Supply, 3 steps, certified foam pet stairs. See, this guy isn't doing the certified foam pet stairs. He's doing foam pet stairs, white, dog, cat, animal, ramp covers. He's adding way more words. So someone might type in dog steps, cat steps. This is going to get that. See, dog steps, dog stairs, cat steps, cat stairs. But they're not going to get that if they're looking for it on Amazon with those search words. So this guy's taking this title, making it better, and it's giving him a higher chance of selling it. So what we want to do is we want to keep clicking the blue button for all of this guy's items. Make sure you're always paying attention to the title and making sure it's describing the actual item. So I'm going to go through and just click on all of these. But like I said before, make sure you're paying special attention to the fact that, to make sure that the pictures seem like they're the same item and that they're matching the C3 piece, and there's 3 pieces here. So we're going to click all these items here. I actually, before the video, already went through and looked at this guy's store and looked at these already. So I've already checked them to make sure all the titles are correct and matching. So I'm just going to do this fast for the purpose of the video. But if you're actually doing this yourself, you need to make sure you put in the extra time to check all the titles. So we're going to go through and click all of these to export them into the export folder. So just bear with me as I do this. And so I didn't count how many that there were. There's quite a lot. I suggest counting. I guess I just got sidetracked, but remember, you want to put in the amount. So we'll just say, for example, 50. I don't know exactly how many there were, and then 10, 19. So as you can see, if you get a bunch of sellers here, use maybe 15, 20 sellers, 10, 15, 20 sellers, and you spy them all, you might get a lot of items. So that's the way we're going to go about trying to get items pretty fast using this method. So now after we've clicked the export of all these, we want to go to the export folder, export items folder. So we're going to go here. We can see that we have quite a few items in here. So this actually gives you one more chance to check the titles again. And you can see how good this guy is at renaming this product. So if you see here, the Amazon title is the StarTech.com RK12OD StarTech12U. How many people are going to ever search that? No one's ever searching that, ever. So if you see, this guy actually changed it to desktop rack mount, audio component, stand, lab, studio, equipment, frame. So this is a way better title than the Amazon title. See? So Amazon, it's the StarTech.com RK12. No one's ever searching that. but they might search this desktop rack, or they might search, studio equipment or lab equipment or network component, so it's giving a much higher chance of these items to be actually found in the search. So you can go through and make sure you check the quantity, see 1/4 inch, 1/4 inch, so this guy's doing a good job with his titles. If you start doing this more often, see this picture has 2 stools, but in reality I think it's only 1. So let's go and check. I think it's only 1 stool, because see, usually on Amazon it would say it's 2. So there might be some seller that's not paying close enough attention, and he'll say it's 2, and then the buyer's going to be really pissed off when they only get 1. So this guy specified 1 here, and it's going to lead to a lot less confusion. So yeah, you want to go through and make sure you're checking. You see 23 piece here. This guy didn't put it in the title, but maybe if you put in the title 46 piece, and you see here 23 piece, there's a problem. You can actually change the title right here. So if you wanted to, you could add words to the title. You could do a little extra optimization here by adding words. These are already at the limit, but maybe this one has. So you can add new to this, see? And then change the title, and you just make the title's a little bit more optimized. So once you're ready, you go up here and you click Export Items to your SalesFreak account. So you just click the button here. And it's going to move all these items over to your SalesFreak account. And the way you can find them is when you go to your SalesFreak account, find the tab that says Items, and then when you hover over the tab at the bottom, there should be a link for imports, and you should see these items uploading there. You'll see them loading, and once they're done loading, it should turn into a blue link. You can click on the blue link and actually list the items on eBay that way. So that's all you have to do to use this method. And then let me just show you one more thing that might help you is if you go to this auto scan here, you can actually take the best people out of this database, put them in the auto scan, so for example, this guy had a lot of good products. We actually got 50 off of him, so we can put him in this auto scan, and then you can add the settings to the auto scan. So for here, I have at least 1 sale in the last 30 days, at least $1 in profit. So this is going to actually filter out his items. And so if this guy decides he wants to list another 1,000 items, we're going to have him in this auto scan, and it's going to start popping up results of him and every other seller that I feel like is worthy of being in this auto scan. And so that way I can start getting items every day without me actually having to do any work. And all I have to do is just click the blue button, like I said earlier, and export them. So yeah, that kind of concludes this video on how to use Chili Hunter. Let me know if you have any questions, and I'd be happy to answer. And hopefully this should help you get listing. You're probably going to get much better items using this, because these are all, like I said, the titles. These are other sellers that are changing the titles to a better title, so you're going to get more sales with these improved titles.